Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a most marvelous day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Now, I'm going to date myself, but I can remember the days when a black person showed up on television. Everybody was glad to see that person, and everybody would be talking about that person. Oh, such and such a person was on television last night or yesterday. There were just a few shows on television where there would be a black person even showing up as a guest star, and very few that had a weekly television show. So it was a thing with black people that we would really be glad when a black person, or if two black people showed up, it would really be a celebration. Those were the days before black people who had made a little money and got a little fame got the big head. Those were the days when we were pretty much humble because you didn't know when the rug was going to be snatched out from under you. So it was a different time, and we were in a different place in our journey. I never thought I would live to see the day that black people would have a television show, and I wouldn't care whether they succeeded or not. And if their success depended on me watching it, then they would not be successful. Such is the case with these two right here, Gayle King and Charles Barkley. They have a weekly primetime show on CNN. Both of them have had a great deal of success, him in sports and her in television journalism. And she is also best friends with the television billionaire mogul, Oprah Winfrey. So they're in the package with the people who own these television studios and these sports teams. So they don't need black people anymore. They're billionaire friends, and they're white fans and family members. Charles Barkley is married to a white woman, and his daughter is married to a white man. So that's a large group of people to support him. So together with all of their friends and connections, they should have a large audience of people to watch their show. So, they don't really need black people because they have a whole new audience of people now that are interested in them, people that they are in the package with. So they're in with the big crowd now. So they really don't need the little people like me to watch their TV show. But this is what happened in their primetime debut. This says, and it's from the Washington Examiner, CNN's King Charles falls flat. Barkley's primetime debut is network's lowest in a decade. According to Nielsen ratings data, King Charles drew just 501,000 viewers in its primetime premiere, finishing a distant third behind its cable news competition, Fox News, and MSNBC. So the great Charles Barkley flopped on CNN and couldn't even beat out those troglodytes on Fox News. King Charles features a late-night talk show feel as culture and news are discussed while taking calls. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that's the first problem right there. Taking calls on the air can be very tricky. While CNN has been trying to right its rating slump of 2023, King Charles did little to move the ratings needle. Fox News continued to dominate primetime audience ratings with 1,954,000 total viewers and 218,000 viewers in the key 25 to 54 age demographic. MSNBC, however, saw its worst non-holiday week of the year, averaging just 94,000 primetime viewers in the key demo. So to recap, King Charles, the new weekly show hosted by Gayle King and Charles Barkley, flopped in its debut broadcast, ranking among the lowest rated CNN primetime show premieres over the past decade. Well, that's pretty terrible for these two very popular, prominent black Americans. According to this article, King Charles was meant to take on a late night vibe, pairing CBS's morning anchor Gayle King and NBA Hall of Famer and analyst Charles Barkley to discuss the news and culture while taking calls. I'm trying to figure out what culture they were talking about. So Shaquille O'Neal was one of the callers that called into the show, but what it says here is that it wasn't enough to lift the ratings. The person that hired these two is the person that fired Don Lemon. Now, I didn't watch their show, so I can only go by what this article says and what everybody else is saying. But I believe that Don Lemon would have been better at something like this when it talks about culture than these two, because Don Lemon, he knows how to gossip and keep up mess. And when you're talking about culture, that's pretty much about what celebrities are doing, who got a new TV show, who got canceled, who got fired, who got married, who got divorced, what team is going to win what title. It's things like that. And these two just don't. Charles Barkley knows about sports. But Charles Barkley has been one of these black men that has been very negative toward black women, even as he is married to a non-black woman. He was one of these black men that he went to college, he played college basketball, he became a big basketball star, and he started dating those white women, and he has not looked back. And so yes, that affects what I think about a black man. Just being honest. And Gayle King, I had always liked Gayle King, but I think a lot of people fell out with Gayle King, and I did too, sort of, when she interviewed R. Kelly. Now, everybody knows what the story was on him, but it's like she did that and, put it on Front Street, like, letting the whole world see the dysfunction in the black community. And then when Kobe Bryant got killed, she interviewed Lisa Leslie, who was his friend. Lisa Leslie was trying to talk about what she knew about him as a friend. But Gayle King kept trying to prod her into saying something about the legal issue that he had gotten into years ago with this woman out in Colorado or somewhere. And Lisa Leslie didn't want to do that. She didn't want to smear his image. But Gayle King kept trying to get her to say something. She kept trying to get her to comment on the scandal. And Lisa Leslie wouldn't do it, but she just almost cornered her. And that's when Snoop Dogg came out and said that ugly thing about Gayle King. And then Susan Rice, who used to be the ambassador to the United Nations, came in and cut Snoop out. And that's when I was sort of like, I know you want to get ratings, but the man has tragically died. So we don't have to smear his image at this point. So I just kind of have been side-eyeing her since then. So the bottom line for me is that they have grown beyond my pay grade. They have gone beyond what I consider the boundaries. They have gone beyond the boundaries for me. Because I think that even though you are successful and you've been blessed, as we call it, there is still a line that you shouldn't cross. And there's still a level of respect that you should give the people in your race. Now, this is just my way of looking at it based on how I have seen them perform. I know some people would see it quite differently and wouldn't agree with me. So if you think I'm being too harsh, let me know. Okay, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.